Hello, the government's changed its advice on face coverings in England ahead of the reopening of schools next week. Where there are local lockdowns, masks will be compulsory for secondary school pupils.
I fucking knew. I knew.
Primaries aren't affected.
I knew they'd change it.
Labour say the guidance doesn't go far enough.
This government is absolutely predictable.
In parts of England, subject to local restrictions like the northwest.
They're giving everyone fucking hope.
Masks will now.
Oh, you don't have to wear. You don't have to wear a mask.
To stick to social distancing.
And then what they do? Chuck spanners in the works at the last minute.
Up to head teachers.
You evil, horrible.
From Monday, all secondary pupils in
Oh
Northern
God,
Ireland
words
will
cannot
also have to wear
describe.
face coverings in corridors and shared spaces like libraries. It's similar in Scotland, but that also includes.
Words cannot describe what's going on this planet right now.
Kids will need to wear face coverings in schools is expected to be made today. Our education correspondent.
If blood could boil, my blood would be boiling right now.
It will soon be back to school for children across England.
Don't send your kids, people. Don't send your kids into this child abuse.
New guidance issued by the government will leave it up to head teachers to decide on whether it's necessary for staff and students to wear face coverings.
Yeah, head teachers will do as they're told and bow down to it. That's how stupid and gullible people are. Look at that. Look at the... Oh. Keep to the left, keeping them like traffic.
Because the risk of transmission is low.
You want to see a form of child abuse? You're looking at it right now.
And universities.
Child abuse happening in British schools.
Where we have schools returning for the overwhelming majority of the country, where you're seeing children going back to school, but in those local lockdown areas, maybe schools not returning, because we want schools to be returning in every part of the country. So putting an extra
you should never have took them out of school.
Reassurance to both,
reassurance, yeah, only to those who don't understand what's going on.
Thing to do.
Otherwise you wouldn't need a reassurance.
Been reluctant for children to wear face coverings in schools.
Please practice social distancing.
Difficult between teachers and students.
And people think coming out of this lockdown has got easier and we've come out and all that. We're not at all, it's just getting worse.
Which recommends that children over the age of 12 should wear a face covering when social distancing is difficult.
We called for the government not to say whether face covering should or shouldn't, we just said you're going to need to give us clarity. And frankly, they have done that. We now know that if you're in an area of high risk, you will have to wear a face covering if you're in secondary school.
There is no area of high risk. There is no coronavirus.
Then it will be at the
it's
discretion
bogus.
Of your school.
Doesn't exist.
And I think that kind of
I've said this multiple times. Sorry folks if I keep saying it, but what else can you say? You know, you can run out of words making these videos, but it just simply doesn't exist because we're not seeing it. We're seeing no evidence.
And Northern Ireland has issued similar guidance. In Wales,
living in a war zone, don't forget what some news reporters had said. Where's the war zone? What war zone? A death war zone at empty hospitals all across the globe, empty hospitals where they've got time, where the doctors had time to bloody dance in corridors. Is that what you call a war zone?
And it's about the priority of keeping schools
safe. Listen, I say safe. Go on, say it.
This is a way that parents and teachers and
keeping schools safe,
especially in those areas.
Face coverings in schools, government changes advice and secondary pupils in England.
This is what will be necessary, and I think that
nothing's necessary. Look at that! Oh my God, I could cry.
Days now,
honestly,
the priority for the government is getting reopening back in full.
These people, even at that age, are completely innocent. They don't know nothing more. We're older. We've been round the block. We know what's going on.
And Northern Ireland changed their guidance following the WHO guidance itself. Changing in terms of children over the age of 12, but I think ministers clearly feel they're prepared to take.
If there's a Lord out there, please do something
reverse, although not quite
to stop this madness.
In order to attain the bigger goal of getting schools open in full.
Thank you very much, Layla. Let's talk now to the Labour Shadow Education Minister, Tulip.
She didn't look very happy on her face then, but she put her head down or something, did she?
About turn.
I think it caught her then doing.
We do welcome it. It's something that we've been saying
so
should
camera
be made
turned
compulsory in schools. Medical advice has said it. The World Health Organization issued guidance last week saying it was necessary. And my only grievance
It's not necessary. Nothing's necessary. We know what's going on. He's being used. The coronavirus is being used as the next
all secondary schools, children over the age
so-called
must wear face
terror sort of event to overturn the whole fucking planet. Agenda 21, Agenda 30, the new great global reset, that's what it's all about. And you have to have a tool to get the global reset, and the tool is the virus.
Labour wasn't calling for masks to be worn in schools until yesterday afternoon, is that correct?
Just wish people would wake up and see exactly what's going on.
And immediately we said that we should be wearing masks, while children over the age of 12 should be wearing masks.
Oh, they've done umpteen U-turns. Everyone thought we'd probably be locked down for a week or 2 weeks at the beginning of all this.
People over 12
turned out to be months.
Only in areas where there's a high prevalence of COVID and where 1 metre distancing can't
There's no COVID.
Yeah, I've got the guidance right here.
COVID.
Looking at it, what I would say to you, Victoria, is that I feel if there's anything we can do to reduce the rate of transmission, and it feels like that's what the guidance is saying.
I saw this. I was up early this morning. It was
transmission. We should be doing that.
Looking at some of this at 8 o'clock, and it was making me fucking sick.
To people, you should wear a mask in communal areas, and I think the government should have been clearer from the start.
But do you want
government are very clear. They know exactly what they're doing. It's all completely scripted.
It's only relevant to where
these people think government are plucking at straws, scratching their balls.
Of COVID in an area, but it sounds like you want.
And what they want to do, and what's the next phase? They know what they're doing. From where it go to where we are now is all planned.
To prevent the outbreak of disease increasing.
But that's not what the science says. So either you're following the science or not.
I think the science, it can be interpreted, but I do think the science does say that in communal
do not send your kids, people. Do not send your kids.
It's going to eradicate the disease.
Risk the fine.
You're definitely not going to wear it if you wear a mask.
Tell you something, I'd rather pay a fine than send any of my kids into that. No way on this earth. They'll have to steal my kids from me for sending my kids into this if I had kids with me. I've got one son who we don't see because of an evil mother. I fought in the court system for 5 years.
If you remember, and we have backed the fact that children over a certain age should be wearing.
Threw the towel in. Can't be arsed with the bullshit no more. I've had to for my own sanity, but that's another story. But I wouldn't be sending my kids into this. No.
And sympathetic to that, and there'll be appropriate guidance.
And just to be clear, you want children over 12 in all schools to wear face masks only in communal areas? You're not calling for it in the classroom?
Well, in the classroom, definitely the views I'm getting from teachers, I'm not just an MP, I'm also a school governor, I'm also a parent as well. It feels like you can socially distance in classrooms because most students will be sitting in designated areas of seats, and you can socially
I tell you something, if there was a real virus out there,
in classrooms. But as you say, in communal
it'd be point blank rules, not fucking pick and choose how far 1 metre, 2 metres. You're right in this shop, you're not alright in that shop. Yeah, you're right in a pub, or you're right in this room, not in that room. No virus works like that. Can't people understand?
Education Minister Tulip Siddiq. A third night of protests against.
It's any virus, whatever you'll ever fucking understand to know what picks and choose dates, times, and places.
Ended in violence.
Isn't it?
3 people have been shot and 1 is believed to have died following an apparent gunfight between rival groups of protesters. Earlier, dozens of individuals carrying guns surrounded local businesses, saying they wanted to prevent them from being attacked.
Can't blame them.
Go live to
Can't blame them protecting your own businesses.
A reporter for CBS 58 News. Paulie, what can you tell us?
This is all George Soros is doing.
Now we're in the investigation phase. I'm right in front of the crime scene here. As you can see,
funding protesters.
And you can see officers just canvassing the area, looking for any little bitty
go out.
to try and piece together.
It's all planned. All this Black Lives Matter is. It's all planned.
At about midnight. Midnight was when the
protesters on streets cause mass fucking uproar, looting.
Down this main street.
Then they bring in the fucking martial law.
They would just disperse on their own. But 4 blocks.
George Floyd, what utter fucking bollocks!
Several dozen gunshots.
Fucking George Floyd. Have you noticed how it's all been fucking buried? Every time there's an incident, it's soon buried, isn't it?
The chaos that just happened.
It happens and then he's gone, like it never happened.
Confirmed detail about those who've sustained injuries, and whether indeed one individual has died?
Yeah, we have heard that report.
I fucking did a video of his son doing
We're still working to learn
a
that.
talk. George Floyd's fucking son.
Is that we know that several people were shot. We're still
His fucking solicitor was telling him what to say.
And in terms of the circumstances, these reports that two rival
unreal, it just wouldn't happen.
Fired at each other. Can you?
You lost your father. You fucking say exactly what you think, don't you?
To witnesses here who were
You'll be full of emotion and rage.
Gunfire. One said he came right up to a victim, and he was there with him until a medic arrived. But he did mention that. But obviously, again, because we're so new into the investigation, we're still waiting for official facts to come.
Starting a race war or something. That's what all this is about, isn't it?
That's hearsay for us.
Yeah. And this is the third night
racism war, turning everyone against each other.
Blake. I wonder if
the gullible public are falling right into the hands of the globalists right here.
This evening.
Complete fools, including the police.
After the first 2 days, police, they knew, they were anticipating that there was going to be another violent act. I mean, we had 37...
These people, these evil people what are running this planet, they've got no power. The military and the police stood down and went with us. They've got no power whatsoever. They couldn't have nothing. They couldn't do nothing.
By these protesters, they pushed everyone to that main street.
The people are the true power of this planet.
In hopes of, again, having
it's just a shame they don't even know it.
Obviously, their plan did not include this tragic end.
Pauline, thank you very much. Pauline Lee, live from Kenosha, from CBS 58 News. Meanwhile, lawyers for the family of Jacob Blake say he will need a miracle to walk again after the 29-year-old was shot in the back by officers.
Yeah.
Parents have called for an end to violence.
That's probably a load of bullshit.
But they said the officers...
I saw something last night when he shot about 6 or 7 times in the back. Fuck me, what fucking bullets are these police using if you can survive fucking 7 bullets in the fucking back?
I noticed...
Is this guy fucking Terminator?
A lot of damage. It doesn't reflect my son or my family.
And look at her, doesn't she look very distressed then? See all the tears? Not fucking one.
7 times.
7 times, I told you. You just said it 7 times. 7 times in the back and he's surviving.
Like he didn't matter.
But he won't walk again.
But my son matters. He's a human being.
Noticed all the bozos stood around with the masks on.
Manchester United captain.
Fuck off, I'm not having any of that bullshit. Another staged fucking cop attack just for cause more fucking race war. Yeah, right.
Prison sentence after being found guilty of assault, resisting arrest.
I saw the original footage, blurred to fuck as usual. In a day and age where we've got fucking cameras being advanced, getting even more crystal clear. Oh, but the footage what's fucking showing him getting shot in back, blurred to fuck.
On Saturday, after spending 2 nights in police cells, the £80 million...
You think we're fucking fit? We're not all fucking stupid.
Joe, one of 2 co-defendants,
have already opened their doors. Term started yesterday, with students getting used to socially distanced lessons and extra hygiene measures.
Psychological
Gita Pence is at
brainwashing.
Oakby in Leicestershire. Morning, Gita.
Innocent youngsters.
Hello. Yes, around
that's what it is.
Students who arrived
psychological damage, child abuse.
If you have a look through here, one of the classes are in session. This is the Year 7 class. And at the moment they have Year 7 and Year 11 in the school. And from tomorrow, the whole of the school will arrive.
I've said it before, we've got an organisation in this country called Social Services who are supposed to protect the welfare of children. Well, where are you now? Where are you now? Come on, Social Services, where are you? Let's see you step up to the plate and question the abuse of children in schools. No, you won't, will you? Just like all the paedophilia that's been going on around Britain.
It was really well planned out. I knew exactly where
You'd soon be fucking taking somebody's fucking kid out of their house if you heard the parents were fucking sexually abusing them. Oh no, but certain paedophile gangs go on in this country, and we all know what's going on and how rife it is, and they do nothing about it.
Okay, thank you very much, Neve. And so, as I mentioned, Year 7 are also back. So, of course, it's their first time in this school. I've got Khaled here, who began yesterday. Khaled, what's it been like coming to the school with all the changes?
It's been quite like frightening because, like, you've got all the one-way system. And
yeah, you've just heard the young lad's first words. Quite frightening.
You hand sanitize your hands, and the one-way system has also reduced less contact. So
what a great way to start your school. What a great way to start a lesson. Frightening.
Okay, well, thank you so much.
What a school's always said about kids.
Here, Liam Powell. Liam,
got to go to school with a clean fucking mind. Make sure you get enough sleep and enough food. Oh, but frightening's alright, is it?
We've been really busy over the summer getting ready since the announcements.
Get your head down, son. Get your work done alright. You'll be alright.
We've got changes to
just live in fear while you're at school.
Encouraging people to wash the uniform every night. We've got sanitisers everywhere. But the biggest change of all is we've gone to a 50-day lesson plan.
And I wanted to ask you about face coverings, because as we know, the guidelines
sanitizer everywhere.
If you're a school in a localised lockdown area now, young people are told that they have to wear masks in the communal areas from September. What do you make of that?
It sounds very sensible, and I welcome the announcements today. I think that it's a really good
idea. I welcome the announcements. He wants fucking shooting.
And we've come out of it, so those policy changes would have affected us. But the way the
what a fucking clown. You haven't got an idea what's going on.
That are right for their setting.
Like 85% of the population, to be honest with you.
Okay, thank you so much.
They have not got an iota as what's going on.
And as I mentioned, the whole
they believe in the virus. If you believe in the virus, it's clear, isn't it?
Really test
you're going to believe
safety measures that they have
everything what surrounds it.
Thank you. Let's talk to two mums who are very much looking forward to that.
That's why these people like him are sealing our fate.
Is a single parent to
and the demise of freedom, really. It is it's simple as that, isn't it, really?
Josh, neither is a member of a political party. Welcome, both of you. Julie, tell us why you can't wait for Reggie to get back to school.
He's a very lively 5-year-old that needs routine. I'm a single parent. I need to go back to work. I think it's good for everyone's mental health. He needs to be with his friends. Reggie, turn that off, as you know.
Good for everyone's mental health, yeah.
I think the homeschooling I found really hard.
Sanitising your hands. Getting taught like you're in traffic on the roads. Stay to your left. 2 metres, wear a mask. Great mental health, that, isn't it?
Sorry.
Thank you. And how reassured have you been by the chief medical officers at the weekend and their deputies saying school is a safe place?
Yeah, it's definitely a safe place.
School's a safe place. Fuck. So safe you've got to wear a mask and all that shit. Sanitise and is it? It's that safe that they've got all them measures all set up.
Let's have a word with Rosie. Hi, Rosie.
Clearly not then, is it? We know it's safe because there is no virus, but if you know what I'm saying.
To be honest, I'm a bit dubious about sending them back. I don't feel...
Damn right you should be bloody dubious. Shouldn't send your kids into that sort of shit.
But it's just so out of our control, and it always has been. However, I know that my boys do need to get back into school, back into routine, back socialising. I have safeguarded them for
not in that abuse, love.
Any social
don't send
contact, them. Purely because my eldest is asthmatic, so I've been really, really careful with him. But I know at the end of the day, we all just have to get back to life. And that's kind of a rock and a hard place we're in at the moment.
We need to get back to life. Fucking hell.
Your boys.
I think this woman's deluded. I don't think we'll ever get back to how it was, even when this is dealt with.
Mum, it has been really, really hard. They've been fantastic.
The New World Order has to be established, love.
All things considered, they really have just been so resilient and accepting of our
and when we come out of this, that's what will be set up.
So they've been isolated with me
unless the people wake up very fast. Because it's being chipped at right now.
And, you know, they need to get back into school.
So you took them to work every day?
Normality is being chipped at as we speak.
To work, and it hasn't been easy. They haven't wanted to do any homework. You know, so for the sake of their mental health, there was no pressure. I just said, right, we'll do what we have to do. We'll just...
She's talking about for the sake of their mental health. What did she think it's fucking done to people out of school, being in lockdown and shit?
We've managed to get through it.
Julie, did you feel you had...
What good has that done if it's fucking damaged adults? What did you think it's done to kids?
Yeah, they were really good. The headmaster come around and dropped some schoolwork off.
To be honest with you, this fucking woman here,
just me and him to sit
she's clearly a fucking sheep because she looks like she's had her fucking lips blown up.
He's better off that he looks up to his teachers.
Certain things, if you see shit like that, you know they're just a gullible herd mentality.
when it comes to parents teaching him, he's not that respectful. I think there'll be parents up and down the country knowing exactly how that feels. What about the social side of things?
Yeah, I think they need to mix. I mean, he's got friends that live around here, but yeah, he definitely needs to mix with school friends. And it's just the routine of getting up, going to school. Like, you know, he knows where he is as well. I mean, we've had lots of fun on lockdown, that we've been out and about, but I think it is time that he goes back to school.
Thank you very much, Julie.
We've had lots of fun in lockdown. Fucking hell, I wish I should have gone and got her. I wish I should have got her address and gone round her fucking house. Might have helped me out.
The US First Lady Melania Trump took centre stage.
I haven't had no fucking fun in lockdown.
Convention where she made the case for President.
It's been a fucking nightmare. Still is.
Speaking from the Rose Garden at the White House.
Mind you, it will be for us, won't it? Because we know what's going on. Why should you live in fear if you're fucking blinded to reality?
Until he's done all he can to take care of everyone affected. On North America.
That's the difference, isn't it? Sure, a lot of these people like Victoria Darby, you know what's going on.
The Trump family convention.
You know, the job and the money is worth more to just spend the lies, even though if you know what's going on.
With the theme, Land of Opportunity.
Fucking traitors to society.
Liberty and the pursuit of happiness.
Tiffany Trump, the president's youngest daughter, lashed out at the media in Silicon Valley for promoting.
Never seen her before.
Fabricated views.
She looks beautiful, doesn't she?
Must recognize that our thoughts,
Tiffany Trump,
opinions, and even the choice of who we are voting for may and are being manipulated and visibly coerced by the media and tech giants.
I'm Mike Pompeo.
Breaking from a tradition that US Secretaries of State stay above the political fray, America's top diplomat addressed the convention from Jerusalem.
The president has held China accountable for covering up the China virus and allowing it to spread death, economic destruction in America and around the world.
Allowing it to spread death.
The star of the night was Melania Trump,
Fuck me.
stepping out from the White House.
If you want to fucking moan about that, you ought to come and fucking see what our government have done here. Murdering folk in nursing homes.
And with an audience, she said she'd been reflecting on the racial unrest seen around America.
I like to call on
Donald Trump's painted his face again. He looks fucking orange.
Take a moment, pause, and look at things from all perspectives.
What the fuck does he have to keep doing that for?
In a civil manner, so we can work.
He looks a fucking idiot, doesn't he?
Up to our standard American ideals.
The First Lady said she was proud of her husband's achievements in office, acknowledging that he's not a traditional politician.
We all know Donald Trump makes no secrets about how he feels about things. Total honesty is what we as citizens deserve from our president.
Every citizen on this earth deserves total honesty from leaders and their own governments. But are we getting it? No, we're getting censorship, corruption, globalisation, and this unfolding agenda, which is shafting us all to establish the New World Order.
Charities that look after vulnerable children. Also, after 10, we're going to talk to the academic behind the research today that suggests that you really
Truth and honesty,
need people in order to maintain friendships.
And sending your kids back into school to that fucking bullshit.
Research into a vaccine is more considered than this piece of nonsense. Close friendships last through tough times like these. The superficial ones might lapse.
Well, I don't know.
But we will talk to the professor.
A lot of people have got a lot of faith in Trump. To be honest with you, I think you can get a lot worse if people if Trump's kicked out on this one.
Let's bring you.
So I actually prefer him to stop in.
Hello again.
Even if, you know,
now moved away, but it's still,
they're all fucking, I think they're all towing the line.
Some eastern areas, but that gusty wind will continue to ease through the rest of the day. The wind pulling away, leaving us with a
absolutely disgusting this morning. The schools and the face coverings and that. My advice is just don't send your kids into that bullshit. Stand up against this corruption, the corrupt government. This is absolutely atrocious. If you can't see what's going on and the shocking abuse of children in schools, what's being rolled out and being enforced, you're not a true parent in my book. You're as bad as them. If you can send your kids into that, you're as bad as them.